So this is the instructions for the first stage on the kit, the first page in the assembly illustrations. And I've sorted out everything on that first page, so everything with section 1 written on it is going into the kit build now. I've got the frames, I've unwrapped those, but don't unwrap all the other things, because if you lose the paperwork you can't tell exactly what part they are to refer to the diagram. And then also I've got the screws out ready. There's 4 different sorts of screws needed, and you've got this little code on each one. It's actually the same on the drawing, so when you get the drawing, see which ones you need. So these are hexagon M2 4mm long. Make sure you get the right ones. There are 5mm long ones, and if you use those they'll fit, but when you want the 5mm ones these will be too short. So use the right screws and the right sections. Continuing with the first stage, the chassis, I've put all the stretchers in, all the way down on one side, and I've added some of the detail parts on the second side. I'm finally going to fit these two together, but I have had to get a little file in and take some of the paint off where the stretchers fit into the chassis. And also remember that some of these are not hexagon head bolts. We've got M2s holding most of it together, but in this area where the back wheel is, we've got some countersunk bolts, and we've got some really tiddly ones on the brake gear here. So 1.4mm. I'm going to just put one of those in. It helps having a little bit of magnetism on the screwdriver. Just helps pick up the screws. There we go. Next job is to fit these together and put the final nuts and bolts in. So this is the chassis now complete, and the final part of stage 1 is to put the firebox in. I've got the screws here ready for it. Just get those lined up. Same again on this side, and we're ready for part 2. We're on page 2, and in this stage we're doing the wheels, axles and part of the valve gear. So these are the parts ready to go. The wheels are each identical, but there's quite a lot of little grub screws to go in. So I've sorted out the grub screws from the packs. We've got 3mm ones and 2mm ones, and fortunately we're provided with a nice set of Allen keys, so we can start putting this lot together. So I've started assembling the wheel sets, as you see here. They need to be on 32mm gauge, because when they go in they've got to clear these brake shoes. While we're at this stage, it's useful to note the layout on the loco. So you've got cylinders in these holes here. Pony truck fits in this little radius in the frames. The leading axle and the trailing axle. And it's the leading axle that has the valve gear on it. So the valve gear has been already set up on that axle. And we're going to assemble that into the frames like so, using these little bushes. Now those are quite a snug fit, and I've actually used a file just to take the paint out of the holes, because you've got to press them in by hand and they need to go right down snug up against the frame. So the final jobs on this stage, fitting the wheels, are the bearings and the return cranks. I've got the front ones already in. On the back one I've got the bearing to go over the axle. That presses down nice and firmly against the chassis. And then the return crank. Now you notice there's a counterbalance weight on the wheel. So you've got open spokes and you've got closed spokes. Well, to counterbalance properly, the fly crank needs to be away from its weight. So the weight's on this side of the wheel here, and the fly crank's the other way. Those fly cranks are quite a tight fit, so they might need a bit of paint coming out. and then the little grub screws just hold it all tight. Here's the valve block. I've already screwed the base on, and I've assembled these little clevises with a touch of 2mm studding and a couple of nuts, and I put the arm into the middle one. The middle one is the reverser, and the outer two are the two cylinders, one each side. I'm now going to fit the outer clevises onto the rods on the engine itself, and then we're ready to slide the valve block into place. To get the E-clips into the little clevis pins, I've fitted the block just roughly into the frame, and now I can get to the pins, and I find the best way of fitting these E-clips is to rest them on the top, get your pliers just underneath the pin and squeeze down. The O-rings are now fitted into the end of the valve block, and I'm just going to push the block down so that the holes line up with this middle row of holes in the frame. To make this a little bit easier, I've just slackened off the corner screws on the frames themselves. Now we have the reversing gear and the valve gear all in place. So I started by fitting the pin with the E-clip onto this little drop arm, and then assembled the whole lot through the chassis with the reach rod arm, and fitted the E-clips on the end, and it's all working pretty well.